Hi, Cancers. Welcome to Adik Tarot, the beginning of the truth. Let's talk about the stages of change and the energies you may be experiencing within the next 30 days going into the new year. Now, this message is for Cancers. Anyone with Cancer in their chart, guided to my channel, and cross watchers as well. Keep in mind, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. This message intent is strictly for guidance. So, okay, Cancers, let's get into your energies. To begin, I'm going to start off with some messages of guidance from the Eyes of the Soul Oracle deck. And your first message for guidance at this time, Cancer, is a message of guidance from the Lord of Lioness. And the guidance message is to seek a wise elder. So at this time, Cancer, within the energies that you may be experiencing at this time, when it comes to the stages of change that is needed in our life, you may need to, at this time, seek a wise elder for advice. Someone who has been through the circumstances that you are in, someone that may have been through similar circumstances. But by you listening to this wise elder, it can help you get enlightenment into your situation. It can also give you enlightenment to connect to, your higher self and where to just guide you in a direction that you need to be led in. Because right now, Cancer, you may be stuck in your head about certain situations, just thinking about maybe the worst of a situation and not thinking about, what an outcome can be. And by seeking advice from a wise elder, it could again guide you into understanding the situation and seeing it from a different perspective and allowing you to journey into understanding yourself. So I'm just going to refer to the book just for a bit more expansion on the meaning of seeking a wise elder. So bear with me, Cancer. So the expanded meaning for the Lord of Lioness to seek a wise elder states that it's important to, or the guidance is asking you to, allow the mentor with vast life experiences to counsel you. Listening will nurture your aspirations. So again, right now you may feel stuck in your thoughts. You may be continuously thinking about the situations that happen and it's going around and around in your head, but you're staying stuck in this thought where you're not getting anywhere with it. So sometimes it's best to let it out and talk to someone that's been there and has done that. You don't just want to talk to anyone out here, just a friend on the streets that didn't have the same experiences. A wise elder, someone that can guide you and lead you back to your aspirations in order to correct the situation or in order to get you to move again in a direction that you need to, instead of continuously thinking about the same circumstances where it's creating more doubt, where it's creating more fear, where it's creating possibly anxiety and worry in you. So get it out at this time, Cancer. Seek a wise elder. If you need to, you can reach out to me for a personal reading and, just to get more or aspiration, again, as it stated, towards a movement to make and instead of staying stuck in your head. Our next card of guidance is a card of guidance asking you to purify your surroundings. So right now, Cancer, look within your surroundings, okay? So what's outside of us and how our surroundings look, if it's cluttered, if it's dusty, if you may not have put up some clothes or, got a pile laying here in a corner or, just a bunch of paperwork scattered around. what is presented outside of you, like what your environment looks like, what your home looks like, that is a reflection of what is inside of you. So if you have a lot of dust that you haven't done a thorough cleaning, if you have a bunch of paperwork stacked everywhere and there's no order in your home, that's causing your inside to be out of order. And again, what's inside of you reflects on the outside when it comes to our outside surroundings. So take a look at your place. Is it immaculate? Then you shouldn't be here. Again, it's just for guidance as well. But again, if there's clutter around, if there's things that haven't been addressed, it's time for you. The first step to get out of your head is to address your immediate surroundings. Once you start clearing up and purifying your surroundings, again, cleaning real thoroughly. I know it's winter time, so we're not into the spring cleaning right now, but spring is just not the only time that we can, straighten up a bit. But again, I can tell you from my own experiences, when I'm stuck in a situation, or when I'm feeling stuck in my head, I am not, keeping up order in my everyday life. It could be dirty clothes over here stacked up, not making up the bed, not dusting. And when I look and I see the clutter that's around me, it reminds me that you are not, free in your mind. Your mind is cluttered. So my first step in order to try and clear my mind is to clear my space. And this is very important. So once you get things in order, Cancer, light some incense, clear the air, light some sage, cleanse and purify your surroundings. And that's the first step in clearing your mind. So, when it comes to your spread and where we're at right now with the stages of change, the first card talks about what is over and done with. And we have the card of the world. So, Cancer, you've reached a milestone in your life where you've completed a cycle. You may have accomplished several things, a home, a job, your family, relationships. You know, you may have completed, or you have completed a lot up until this point where, you've seen what you can do when you do put your mind to situations. With that last chapter or cycle that you just completed, Cancer, it's for you to, look at the wisdom that you've acquired within this last cycle. Look at the knowledge of yourself that you've acquired within the last cycle, and have that full understanding of yourself and where you are right now. So you may have accomplished several things: homes, cars, family, jobs, your career. And you completed a cycle, yet now it's to begin a new cycle. You're in a beginning of a new cycle. So now, how do you want this new cycle to be, Cancer? And that's something for you to understand. You are into a new, things have changed from that last cycle. So it's like a whole new world right now. And you have to take that wisdom from that last cycle, that knowledge of yourself from that last cycle, and bring that understanding of your situations, of yourself, your circumstances into this new cycle. And it's up to you, to connect with your higher self. So, by seeking the advice of a wise elder, by purifying your space, getting shit organized for this new cycle, clearing out all any dust, fucking washing windows and just clearing out all the old just to open up the new. So this is over with, but it still affects you and it still linger on. We have the card of the Eight of Wands. So Cancer, you could have been dealing with Sagittarius, a Leo, or Aries, or you or someone again that you're dealing with may have this in their chart. But with the Eight of Wands, what's still lingering on is the effects of the energy of communication. There may have been a lot of communication about work. You may have had a lot of communication with someone that you are or were involved with. You may have a lot of communication with your family. And from that communication, it's brought you into a place that you're still thinking about what took place in that communication that has happened or took place in the past. So, where you're headed, though, right now, Cancer, you're headed back to your mind, your thoughts, thinking about your emotions with the Four Cups. Where in the Four Cups, you're in a meditative state. You're thinking about, yourself, the things that you want, the things that will make you happy, how to attain these things to make you happy, and, just trying to connect back with yourself. Understand it's beautiful. Take that time to meditate, especially after you've, voiced your concerns or spoke to someone that you can get what's on your mind out. Now it is time to connect back with yourself. But, Cancer, while doing so, you have to understand that you still have some beautiful things around you. You have love around you. You have emotions around you. You have people that care about you that's still surrounding you. And during this time of communication, or this time of meditation, you might miss out on some special opportunities with the people that you do love, because right now, you're in that meditative state. Continue to think about the things that you want, continuing to think about the things that will fulfill your emotions, but these things are available to you right now. And while you're continuously thinking about what's going to make me happy, what's going to get me here, you're missing out on the beautiful experiences that you can be having with the ones that love you. And you could be missing opportunities thinking that, you don't have what you want, or just not being grateful for what you have. So again, while it is great, we have to take time to ourselves, to think about where we've been when it comes to our emotions, think about where we want to go, and think about where we are right now. But it's important to understand the present moment, Cancer, and accept the beautiful things that you still have available to you. And don't get stuck in your head thinking about what you wish that you could have, and appreciate the things that you do have currently. And when you appreciate what you do have currently, that just brings more to you. So, what you expect from these energies and these changes that has taken place, you expect justice. Now, you could be dealing with a Libra, or you can have Libra in your chart. You could be dealing with a situation where you're splitting up from someone with a marriage. You can be splitting up with someone, that you've been with for a long time. You can also have issues with court proceedings, government agencies and things like that. But for the majority, you expect to have balance in your situation. You expect to have balance in yourself. But in order to gain that balance and that justice through the situation, Cancer, you have to see it for what it is. You have to accept your part in the situation as well. And you have to speak truthfully and fair when it comes to the situation. So, what you're supposed to learn from this situation, Cancer, you're supposed to learn where we have the card of the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords. You're supposed to learn about when it comes to these situations, when you don't like, the communication that you get, or maybe when someone expresses, how they might feel about a situation or you, how you may be reacting in a situation. It's about, with the the Seven of Swords, it's about learning to not try to get away without addressing a situation, not trying to leave a situation without addressing the issues that's needed. It's about learning to have faith in yourself. When situations don't go your way, it doesn't mean to sneak away. It doesn't mean to be manipulative. It doesn't mean to leave immediately, without addressing the issue. And in order to gain that balance, you have to learn how to have faith in yourself when it comes to situations with your thoughts, when it comes to situations with communication with others as well. And not just because someone expresses something to you and you may not like, that they address the issue with you. You may not, just be beat for that conversation, or just to, you may not even want to address your emotions, and instead of not addressing your emotions, you're looking to just leave, on to the next one, and but at the same time, when you act in this way, you're carrying the same baggage with you to your next situation. So, Cancer, you guys come very far up into this point. And now it's about addressing situations fairly, in order to get the justice that's necessary. Because in situations, if you are, being manipulative, being deceitful, trying to run away from situations without addressing it, trying to ignore emotions, then, that's not having a just situation. That's just continuing, again, that cycle of the same bullshit. And now, mind you, you just completed a cycle. Now, with these cycles, we repeat the same shit until we learn the lesson. And your lesson at this time is to be able to have faith in yourself when it comes to your communication. Have faith in yourself when it comes to your thoughts. Have faith in yourself when it comes to your emotions. So I'm going to pull out our clarifying deck to clarify this spread. And at this time, Cancer, it's very important that you trust your intuition, because in this life, you always hear how, shit is already written. So your instincts are telling you, certain matters that, and deep down, and it's time for you to trust in your intuition, because it's going to help get you out of being stuck in your mind about situations and allow you to move. Trust your intuition. Don't be afraid of the feelings that you're feeling, Cancer. The only thing I can say about your intuition, when it comes to, or the voices that could be in your head, when it comes to, these voices that tell you that you're not good enough, you won't have enough, you're not worthy, you don't have it, you don't got it, you won't get it. Those are not voices of your intuition. Those are voices of dark, low energies. Any thoughts that you have that's telling you that you are not good enough, again, is those negative energies. And it's thoughts that's not in low energies. And it's thoughts that's not having you in your higher self. So understand the difference. A lack mentality is low energy and it's trying to keep you down. You have to connect with your higher self. that power that's inside of you. And especially Cancer, you guys are, the water signs. You guys are very intuitive. And at this time, it's important that you trust, you have courage, and you have faith in yourself, your inner self, your higher self, which is going to be able to guide you out of being stuck in your head when it comes to certain situations. Right now, Cancer, you have to take on the energies of the card of the King of Swords. And, this could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or again, you can have this in your chart. But with the King of Swords, this energy, he's ready to cut out the bullshit. He's not going to, use his emotions to make decisions. And he's not, by using his emotions to make decisions, that's causing him to run away from situations. The King of Swords trusts in his ability to make strategic decisions. So at this time, you have to, again, believe in yourself, Cancer. Trust in your intuition. And we all deal with emotions, and our emotions are always going to be there. But you cannot fear your own emotions as well. So from the energy from that last cycle, you are aware that the universe is going to bring you all you need to feel blissful, especially when you put your mind to it, especially when you're in your higher self and you know that you can make something happen. And this is the energy, this is that knowledge that you've acquired from that last cycle. This is that wisdom and that understanding of yourself that you need to take into this new cycle, that you can have that happy home. You can have stability, but you have to give it the energies that is necessary to attain it. You must be free to be who you are. And in order for you to be free to be who you are, you have to understand and know and not be afraid of who you are. Okay? And as far as the communication that you had from, could have been within last week, 2 weeks ago, what have you, that energy from that communication was valid communication. Although maybe you may not have agreed with it, but that energy is here to bring a change about. And when it comes to the communication that you got, instead of reacting to it, negatively, and thinking that it's bringing you down, thinking that it's here to hurt you, you have to find calm in the situation. You have to be open-minded and understand your side and the other person's side. You have to see the situation for what it is and find clarity through being calm. So take the time to meditate. Take the time to seek counsel from a wise elder. Take the time to purify your surroundings in order to clear your mind, and where you can understand how this new cycle, that you're in is going. You can see the bullshit, right? Before it's coming. And it's important you to find clarity on the situation through being calm. And understand that right now you are being divinely guided to make these changes in yourself in order to move within this new cycle without repeating and going through the same shit that you just came out of. And when it comes to where you're headed right now, by taking this time out, thinking about, what it takes to make you feel free within yourself, free within your culture, what it takes for you to be free within your emotions, you're going to have your justice. And by having your justice as well, you will find justice, by understanding the beauty that you still have around you and being grateful for the beautiful things that you still have around you, and not trying to ignore it, not losing beautiful or missing beautiful opportunities that's available to you. You must address the situation. Speak from your emotions, Cancer, and speak your truth and be fair to yourself. Not lying just to make yourself look good in a situation, but by speaking from your heart, speaking from your soul, speaking from your higher self. You expect justice, and you will get justice as long as you stay strong within yourself, as long as you have that courage, and that strength to continue, and not just give up because you found some friction in a situation that you might have participated in as well. So when it comes to being strong, Cancer, it's not all about being aggressive, maybe cursing somebody out, getting slick with them, or fighting, or, insulting someone. Again, being aggressive. Strength is shown by being humble, you know. Strength is shown by having compassion for someone else when, they are addressing issues that, they want to get out of their system and try and come up with an outcome to it. So that's showing strength. And know that no matter what, you can deal with whatever comes your way, you know? But having that ability to be strong and having that courage in yourself to build on your true power and destroy these dark lower energies that's trying to bring you down, telling you you're not good enough, telling you that you won't have the things that you want, making you feel anxiety, the shit that's having you stuck in your head. And when it comes to, what you're supposed to learn from this situation, Cancer, you're again supposed to learn to have faith in yourself. Don't just try to leave a situation without addressing the important issues. You have to have faith in yourself. And with that having faith, you have to calmly make the best possible decisions for the situation. And most times, the best possible decision is not sneaking away. The best possible decision is not being manipulative or being deceitful and lying, or, not being in your true self. The best possible decision for your situation to make calmly is to understand what is important, you know, and make decisions calmly without any anxiety or feeling that you have to react immediately. We can be, by having that strength and telling another person when it comes to a situation you're trying to balance out, maybe I do need some time, but not by just, being deceitful or starting up some shit just to get away, and not by just ignoring someone just to get away from a situation, by being honest, by communicating effectively, by communicating properly, in addressing these situations. So, Cancer, I'm going to end this spread with our final card of guidance and advice. And the advice is that you are going to be able to have fulfillment of your wishes when you have faith in yourself, when you understand that you don't have to just get away from matters or sneak away from situations and not address them, trying to get away through the night, while everyone's sleeping or whatever. You must learn that you don't have to be manipulative in a situation. You don't have to deal with anyone that's manipulative. Calmly make the decisions, Don't let anyone make you feel rushed, but be able to express yourself, And when you can express yourself effectively, you can have your wishes fulfilled. but it's not by ignoring situations, and it's not trying to run away from the situations as well. So your final card of advice, Cancer, is to take authority of yourself, take charge of your emotions. Know that you can make empowered decisions on your own, and take authority of, your higher self. And, anyone that has that control of themselves, know that they don't have to be malicious. Know that they don't got to sneak away. They don't have to be manipulative. They know who they are. They have faith in their abilities. And if a motherfucker don't like what I'm saying, then, they have that choice to have authority of themselves and to keep it moving as well. But when you don't address a situation, and when you don't speak your mind about the situation, and you try to just maybe sweep it over the rug, under a rug, or, just get away without dealing with it, then it's going to continue for a cycle to go on over and over again. So I want to read this card of authority to leave you with. In this change, Cancer, it's time to take authority of who you are, not listening to what your friends say. You can seek the advice from wise ones, the ones that's been through the shit, the one that can show you that they've been there and done that. But for the majority, it's for you to trust in yourself. And know, when you trust in yourself and you have that authority of yourself, can nothing stop you, and you don't have to move in a sneaky type of manipulative way. So with the card of authority, it says that this card represents the masculine qualities of leadership, logic, strength, wisdom, and power. When this card emerges, it acts as a teaching tool. And in doing so, it is encouraging you to develop or reignite these qualities and tap into your masculine aspects of yourself. Other traits also included are good reasoning and problem solving, being grounded, and learning to develop strong mental control over free reigning emotions. Oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may be present in your life. It could be someone of high influence in business, or a prudent friend who uses logic and reason to create a positive outcome. Ask yourself whether it's time to take on and emulate these similar qualities. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure into ideas, plans, and foundations. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. Use the qualities and characters of the authority card so that when you need to make a choice, you approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace, rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, or self-centeredness. The way in which you acquire, handle, and wield power and authority is now being tested. So again, Cancer, you guys are being tested. What did you learn in that last cycle? Are you bringing that into this new cycle? Are you ready to take authority of yourself and your world and how you want your circumstances to be? So Cancer, again, this is Adik Tarot, the beginning of the truth. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you are so inclined. I hope to see you guys soon. For any information on how to reach me, personal readings are available, and additional information will be in the description box. Thank you for your time, Cancer. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget, take authority of yourself, Peace, Cancer.